we're diving headfirst into some pretty harsh, maybe even uncomfortable truths about what it actually takes to succeed. These ideas come from some seriously no-nonsense people, think successful entrepreneurs and even stoic philosophers. We're going to break it all down into 3 big pillars and then wrap up with one final, crucial truth. Ready? Let's get into it. So, let me just ask you something straight up. Do you ever feel like you're just waiting? Waiting for that perfect moment, that perfect job, that one big break to come along so your real life can finally kick off? It's such a common feeling, right? Like you're stuck in the opening credits of your own movie. Well, this first harsh truth we're about to hit is designed to be the wake-up call we all kind of need.
Boom, there it is. No one is coming to save you. I know, that sounds harsh, but think about it. No magical mentor, no winning lottery ticket, no surprise event is just going to swoop in and hand you the life you've been dreaming of. But here's the thing, this isn't supposed to be depressing. It's actually the most empowering thing you can ever realize. Because the second you truly accept this, that's when you stop waiting. That's when you start building. And the very first tool you grab for that build, it's ownership. Okay, so let's talk about pillar 1, radical ownership. Seriously, this is the bedrock. This is the foundation that everything else, and I mean everything, gets built on. It's all about making that huge mental shift from being just a passenger in your own life to grabbing the steering wheel with both hands. Now, this is super important. When we talk about taking responsibility, a lot of people think it means taking the blame for everything bad that's ever happened. But that's not it at all. This is about reclaiming your power. It's about that light bulb moment when you realize that you, and only you, have the ultimate power to change your own situation.
So, what is radical ownership, really? It's this core, unwavering belief that you are the sole architect of your life, for better or for worse. Whether you succeed, whether you fail, whether you're happy, whether you're miserable, it all comes back to the choices you make and how you respond to things. You're the one holding the blueprints. Simple as that. And here's another hard truth that goes with it. Results speak way, way louder than explanations. I mean, think about it for a second. When was the last time you were genuinely impressed by someone's really good excuse for not doing something? Never, right? We're impressed by what people do, by the outcomes they create. Taking ownership means you stop wasting energy on crafting the perfect explanation for why something didn't happen, and you pour all that energy into, well, making it happen.
All right, so pillar 1 is down. You've taken ownership. That's huge. But a belief by itself doesn't really change anything, does it? It's just a starting point. So now we need to talk about the engine, the thing that actually turns that feeling of ownership into real-world results. And that brings us to pillar 2, consistent action.
Look, you can want something so badly it hurts, with every single fiber of your being. But desire, on its own, it's totally useless. It's just potential. It means nothing until you actually do something about it. There's a great line that sums this up. You don't get what you want, you get what you work for. And that work, well, it demands something a whole lot more reliable than just, feeling motivated.
And that brings us to one of the biggest misconceptions out there, the whole motivation versus discipline thing. This is a game changer to understand. See, motivation, it's a feeling. It's like a flash of lightning. Super bright, super intense, but then it's gone. It's totally unreliable. Discipline, though, that's different. Discipline is a system. It's the engine you build piece by piece that keeps running day in and day out, whether you feel like it or not.
Yep, discipline beats motivation. Every single time. No contest. Relying on motivation is exactly why your gym is packed in January and half empty by February. But relying on discipline, that's why some people are still there in December, achieving their goals month after month, year after year.
So the big takeaway here is this. Stop waiting around for motivation to show up. It's a flaky friend. It's never there when you need it most. Instead, focus on building systems, build habits, create a solid routine that forces you to move forward, especially on those days you feel great, but even more importantly, on the days you would rather do literally anything else. That's how progress happens. That's how you build the bridge from where you are to where you want to be.
Okay, let's recap. We've got ownership. You're in the driver's seat. And we've got action. The engine is running. But where are you actually going? You can have the most powerful engine in the world, but if you're just spinning in circles, you're not getting anywhere. This brings us to pillar 3, aligned focus. This is all about making sure all that hard work isn't just wasted energy.
We all love that story of the lone genius, the hero who succeeds against all odds through sheer gritty willpower. It's a great movie plot. But in real life, the truth is a lot different. Just look at this. What truly drives success? That tiny little bar? That's your willpower. And that giant bar next to it? That's your environment. The people you're around, the information you consume, the space you live and work in, it has a massively bigger impact on your success than just trying to force your way through. And that leads us to this little equation right here, which is maybe one of the harshest truths of all. Wrong people equals wrong life. I mean, let that sink in. If you surround yourself with people who drain your energy, who laugh at your big goals, or who just make it easy for you to stick with your worst habits, you're basically swimming upstream against a tidal wave. It's making things almost impossible for yourself. In the long run, your environment will always, always win.
Okay, and this connects to a really powerful idea. Think about that feeling of being completely drained. That constant exhaustion, that burnout, where you just feel tired of being tired. We all know that feeling. But what if the reason for it isn't what we think it is? The truth is, you're not just tired.
You're unaligned. That's the real issue. Being out of alignment, having a lack of clear purpose, will drain you 100 times faster than just plain old hard work ever could. When the things you do every day are fighting against what you truly value, or when your environment is pulling you in the opposite direction, it's like trying to floor it in a car while the emergency brake is still on. All that friction, all that internal resistance, that's what we feel as burnout. So what's the antidote? It's this: alignment. This is the state we're all shooting for. It's that sweet spot where your daily actions, your environment, and your deep sense of purpose are all humming along together, all pointing in the same direction. When you hit that, that's when hard work stops feeling draining and actually starts feeling energizing, because it's all for something that genuinely matters to you.
So, what happens now? We've gone through the 3 pillars: radical ownership, consistent action, and aligned focus. These are the big, essential truths. But there's one final piece to this puzzle. It's not another pillar, but it's maybe the most important part. An urgent reminder about the one thing, the one resource that you can never, ever get back.
What is your most valuable asset? It's not your money, it's not your network of connections, it's not even your brilliant ideas. It's your time. Time is the only thing you have that you are guaranteed to lose. You can't earn more of it, you can't buy it, and every single second it's slipping away. And this is why this whole discussion matters so much. Every delay has a cost you won't get back. Every single moment you spend waiting for the right time, waiting for motivation to strike, waiting for someone else to come and save you, that's a moment you have just lost forever. The cost of doing nothing isn't always obvious, but it's there. It's like a leaky faucet just dripping your potential away, one drop at a time.
So, we end up right back where we started, with you. The truths have been told. Look, these aren't just interesting ideas to think about. They are principles that demand action. The real question isn't whether any of this is true or not. The only question that actually matters now is, what's your first action going to be?